Ariana Ferguson.
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears you paid the balance, so you're all set.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Holland. Why is he in the box? State of Michigan versus Isaiah Hollins, 26-00421. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Assistant Prosecutor Attorney Dan Smith appear on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Mr. Hollins, who is appearing via Polycom. Before we get started, I just wanted to let the court know there was an offer extended this morning that not been able to communicate with Mr. Hollins. So I would just ask that I be given a chance to speak with him and to communicate this offer, which is a 1-for-1 pleading guilty to one assault and dismissing the other.
I'm not following. What do you mean you didn't have an opportunity? Why?
Well, the offer was extended. I have talked with other clients. Holland was the last one that I need to speak with regarding the offer this morning.
Who on the 8 o'clock docket was your client?
Juan Kramer, Jasmine Collins. Also spoke with a Lionel Barkley, and
No, there's no way that you spoke to someone at 8:30 when you had 8 o'clock.
Joe, I had to call the Joe. They were late. 2 hours.
This person was late.
That was one of them. I had to call them.
Why is he in a box? But why can't I see him? Why is he in special
It looks like
custody for some reason?
looks like he got a red suit. So.
Mr. Hollins, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke to him?
I spoke with him a few weeks ago after the pre-trial, Your Honors.
Is the witness here?
Your Honor, yes, the complainant witness is present.
What's the offer?
Again, we're offering to dismiss count 2 and plead to count 1 because that complaining witness is here.
The complaining witness is here on count 1.
Count 1.
So the office for him to plead guilty to count 1, dismiss count 2.
Correct, Your Honor.
Complaining witness on count 2 did not appear.
That was sure, yes.
So it's really not enough.
No, with
Count 2 is not. They're not here.
yeah, I would be motion to dismiss on count 2. So I would say that it's not.
You need to meet with them and not on the court's time, I would imagine, so that you can counsel him. This matter is scheduled for a jury trial May 12th at 8 o'clock in the morning. They'll continue the trial. You'll talk to your client on your own time.
Thank you.
And then you will let the court and the prosecutor know if we're gonna have a trial the Friday before.
Excuse me, may I add something?
You absolutely can.
I have a broken jaw, and the brace is late being removed. So I was hoping that I can get the personal recognizance PR bond so I can get the surgery done.
Can you give me, first of all, you're appearing before the court today with a red jumpsuit on with in between a box, which is an indication to me that there has been a behavioral problem while you're in the custody of the jail. For the record, you have a PR bond on this file. I'm not holding you. You're being held on something else.
No, I was given time served for the personal recognizance violation.
Not personal recognizance violation. You were given time served for the bond violation on May 3rd. That resolved the bond violation.
On May 3rd, on March 3rd?
I'm sorry, on March 3rd, correct. So that resolved the bond violation. But still, you're not even appearing from a regular jail video room, which means there's an issue.
I asked to go to protective custody while I was in jail, and they have to do it like this.
Got it. Okay, well, you talk to your attorney, and then your attorney will make me aware of whatever needs to be addressed.
I don't think the clerk changed it. It's still state. For that.
You need to talk to his attorney. So he can sit tight. You're all set, sir.
I don't have a way to talk to my attorney unless it's like this.
No, there's definitely a way for you to talk to your attorney. Your attorney can drive to Mason, which is not far, to meet with you, which is what attorneys should be doing, or he can schedule a polycom visit with you.
Well, I just wanted to put on the record that my surgery is 3 months past due, and I have to have that done. It's growing.
Sir, that your surgery being 2 or 3 months past due has nothing to do with the court. Your behavior is what brought you before the court. I had nothing to do with that.
I got remanded on a
bond violation.
Yes, ma'am. And I was told that was time served on the violation.
I was the one who told you that.
Yes, ma'am. And I thought I was getting released that day, and then I spent a month in court for this. I mean, a month in jail for this hearing. I'm doing my best to plea here now that I can be released until the next court date. I'm not a flight risk. I know not to go to the CATA station. I will stay away from the CATA station. I got a place to go.
Is that what the bond violation was, that he was at the CATA station?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his bond was reinstated after he was credited time served. We'll make sure the clerk's office has that information in there.
On the jail website, it still says that he's in here for the bond violation.
Then my note on March 3rd says credit time served, so that's a clerk error. But had you talked to him between now and then, we would have got that.
Thank you. So I can be released today?
You can be released. We'll help make sure the clerk's office updates that.
Also, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Abani Stit is in custody. No?
No, that was Johnson. I said that one. No,
She has a bond violation.
Was she not arraigned on this?
If she was not arraigned on this. Abani Stit's not here anymore?
No.
Who released her with a bond violation? Someone contact her attorney. She's gotta come back. She's got a bond violation. If she doesn't come back today, I'm revoking her bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're free to go.
All right.
This is State of Michigan versus Jasmine Collins. 24-01314. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I please report it? Assistant Prosecutor Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Ms. Collins, who is apparently a polycom.
Ms. Collins, can you hear us?
I can.
Can you stand up and move your body so the light comes on? Okay, thank you. Today was the date that was scheduled for a final pre-trial. This is for an assault and battery. Do we have the necessary witness here? Or were you aware that there was going to be a final pre-trial today? I think she was remanded on this. Okay, very good.
I was aware.
Okay,
And the complaining witness is here, seated in the front row of the courtroom.
very good. How are we proceeding?
Yeah, the city has extended an well, not an offer, but
Not the city.
or the state
I get it, said he was yesterday.
Yep, still on Monday status. So basically, we have a plea offer here, permission to approach, Your Honor. It's kind of be pleading as charged with ignorance of what material.
If Ms. Collins wants to plead guilty to the assault and battery,
That is correct.
That's the people's understanding.
oh, that's ridiculous. She had an offer before of disorderly Jocelyn. No objection to Haida.
That offer has been withdrawn. They've been made a new offer, and it appears as if they've accepted the new offer.
Yep. That was the case at the time. I counseled with her. No, I can't speak to reasonings for not, agreeing to that offer at the time. However, since the offer is revoked, she's agreed to the charge.
When was the offer revoked?
Well, Your Honor, if I may, I would have to say, since I came to the court and I've reviewed the charges, I determined that an assault was more appropriate in this case. So, and I've just recently conveyed that offer to him, I believe, by email yesterday or the day before.
So she's offered something and you took over the case and changed. There's a reason why I write the offer down, is to avoid the changes because they changed the prosecutor. Because that's improper. There needs to be continuity. Now, if you're saying that it was revoked because she failed to appear for 2 years, that's reasonable. But because you came in and reviewed the file and thought something else was more appropriate, it's not appropriate. Because the prosecutor who was here before found it appropriate, extended the offer. We have had countless meetings with both your office and the city attorney's office to make sure we avoid that. What we don't want in court is just because a different prosecutor is on it, the offer is changing. We want continuity. Now, I can understand it being withdrawn or revoked and you being notified, or your predecessor, because you weren't on this case then either, because she failed to appear for almost 2 years. But the position of I've never seen a prosecutor revoke an offer. You all are trying to give the same offer at the day of trial.
Again, I think the offers that I give, Your Honor, will be subject to change if that offer is not accepted by the defendant and the court on the day that the offer is given. So any other time, on any
Not
other
the day
case,
that it's given.
on any other case, my
We don't,
position at
they're
this
not
time-
required to plead the day the offer is given.
Well, my position is, if it's not accepted when it's extended, then it's subject to change.
Yeah, the position and the policy of the court is there's offer and extended, it's held open until the final pretrial. And then at that time, it's revoked. She had a final pretrial that she failed to appear for 2 years ago. That's why I said if that was your reasoning, I find that to be reasonable. But not just because you didn't like the previous offer.
Well, this is the final pretrial.
The offer that I was given.
She has until today to take the offer.
I will.
So again, if the court is not prepared to take the offer at the time, because it doesn't find the offer acceptable, then we can proceed to trial.
No, it's not, the court is not prepared. The offer, I'm trying to find out when was the offer revoked? Because there was an offer that was given and communicated to her of plea to a disorderly jostling and no objection to sentencing under HYTA. That offer was communicated, and then now there's a new offer that is not as pleasing as the other offer. So I'm trying to find out when and how this previous offer was revoked.
What I'll say, Your Honor, is that I think your notes are better than the ones that I'm going through, because there was not any knowledge to me of when I said that it was revoked. That's something that I learned. As far as offers that I had received, not any of my predecessors, it was just the assault and battery.
Okay, so you weren't told that the previous offer was revoked, you was just given another offer.
Yeah, he said that it was revoked. That's what I was referring to. But
What do you mean he said, you mean today on the record?
yeah, today on the record.
Now that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Which would be improper. That's why we give the offers on the record. That's why I do it. And it's open until she has them until the final pre-trial to accept that offer, which is today. It's been the policy of this court forever.
Well, we would of course have no objection to the better offer of disorderly. Would be allowed to enter that.
It wasn't properly revoked. You weren't notified that, oh, there was a previous offer and we're revoking it for X, Y, and Z. They just tried to give you a different offer because they didn't keep an accurate note of what the offer was, or your office didn't keep an accurate note of what the offer was. And we've already went through this with the office of the prosecutor. We're not doing different offers on different days because they keep changing the prosecutor every other month. We're not doing that. That's not appropriate. So you all can discuss that further, and then you can counsel with your client. I'll recall the case when you have an opportunity to do that. You can sit tight, Ms. Collins. On the record in the matter of State of Michigan versus Austin Heffley, 26-00385. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecutor Attorney appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Mr. Heffley.
Heffley, can you hear us clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a final pretrial. There's also a bond violation. Did we address that earlier?
It's my understanding that the state would be unable to proceed on the bond violation today.
The bond violations were alleged jail calls. Is that what the bond violation? That's what it says. Which would have required them to assign a detective.
That detective did not, unfortunately, she didn't follow up and get those over to our office. So at this time, we would
Which
be
detective was it?
moving to dismiss.
Which detective was it?
I don't believe I have the name of that investigator.
How did you just determine that the detective, she was a she, and that she failed to do it, but now you don't have the name?
We have notes in our file that we referred to an investigator for that investigator to review it. I don't have the specific note of the investigator that was assigned to, but we did reach out to an investigator.
Okay, I want to know the name of that investigator. The court is the only one that can dismiss a contempt of court violation, which should, that this is a bond violation, so I'm not dismissing it. Do we have a necessary witness?
No, we've reached out to a necessary witness for the underlying assault or the domestic violence. We haven't been unable to reach that individual.
Excuse me? You can step outside before you be in contempt of court.
Just step outside.
Okay, you can continue.
We've reached out to the complaining witness in this case. We've been unable to reach her.
Defense would motion to dismiss this case.
Motion is denied. We have pending allegation of calls to the protected party, which might be why the protected party is not here. I don't know. So I don't know who the investigator is, nor has there been a proper investigation into the bond violation as ordered. So I'm waiting. I will hold this until the prosecutor's office provides me with the name and the date in which this was referred to an investigator and a status of the investigation. We'll reset the May 5th date for a new final pretrial and hearing on the PA 53. Any additional matters for today?
Not from the chief.
No, Your Honor.
So has my bond been revoked or?
Absolutely, you're all set.
So am I being held by the 54A court?
You are.
And can I speak with my lawyer?
Mr. Heffley, I'll be setting up another polycom with you. Okay, and we'll speak on polycom again, all right?
I've asked a few times for you to speak with me, so I haven't been able to speak with you at all.
You said what, sir?
I've tried a couple of times to reach out to Joseph Hardy, and I have not been able to get a session to speak with him.
We've had that contact.
You didn't speak with him before today?
I spoke with him before.
I'm talking to him now. I'm sorry? You said what, Mr. Heffley?
No, I have not been able to speak with him regarding the bond revocation hearing.
Okay, so your question or your inquiry is about your bond, but you spoke to him about other things. That's what you're saying.
Excuse me?
You
I
spoke to him, but just not about the bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he said he's gonna schedule a Polycom visitation with you. And you can speak with him then about that, okay?
Do I have a bond right now, ma'am?
Your bond is denied for an allegation of a violation, okay?
Until May 5th?
Correct.
And there's nothing I can do to be released until then. I have two children. I need to be able to.
You can talk to your attorney. You can talk to your attorney in private. If your attorney would like to make a motion prior to that, they're able to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
State of Michigan versus Juan Kramer, 25-03198. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Assistant Prosecutor Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Party on behalf of Mr. Kramer, who is standing here to my right.
Okay, this was a jury trial for assault and battery. That looks like someone else's notes are on here. Let's see. See page. Oh. I think this is whoever covered on the 15th of December. It just says see page. Other people. Except for jury trial on the 3rd. That must be what they mean. Okay, how are we proceeding?
This time, after counseling with Mr. Kramer a bit, he's decided to plea as charged today.
Is that correct, Mr. Kramer?
Yeah. There's a killer brew on there too.
Philadelphia North Front Jail. Correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Okay. You understand that you have the right to proceed to a jury trial today?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand your right to the presumption of innocence. You're innocent until proven guilty. You can maintain your innocence and require the prosecutor to prove your guilt by proving each element of the charge of assault and battery beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
Okay, you have the right to cross-examine or question any witness called to testify against you, the right to call your own witnesses to testify on your behalf, and the right to present evidence that you believe show a defense of these charges. You understand that? Anyone threatening you to get you to waive these rights and plead guilty?
Yeah.
Who's threatening you?
No, oh, no, no one's threatening me. I hear you right. Sorry.
Oh, okay,
Not yet.
any promises being made to you, not stated here on the record to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer.
Yes.
Also could be a conviction that you might need to put on a future job application.
Yes.
It could have impact on where you can travel or get immigration status. So you might decide, hey, I want to go to Canada for the weekend. They could deny you entry into their country because of this conviction. You understand that?
Good.
Okay. And are you looking to enter a guilty plea because you believe you're guilty?
Yes.
As to assault and battery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Kramer, on October 20th, 2025, at 6:44 a.m., were you at 1022 Lathrop Street?
Yes.
And was this within the city of Lansing, within the state of Michigan?
Yeah.
Within the county of Ingham?
Yes.
Okay, and at this point, did you have an argument with Mr. Joshua Ritter?
Yes.
Okay, and at this point, you got into a physical altercation?
Yes.
Okay, and you started this by pushing him?
Yes.
And you also attempted to throw a punch?
Yes.
And you're in agreement that this was not in self-defense?
Yes.
Any questions from the prosecution?
People were satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and find your plea to be free and voluntarily and intelligently made. This matter is set for sentencing on May 26th at 9 a.m. And when you leave here, you're gonna go down to meet with our probation department so they can get you set up for a pre-sentence interview. They'll advise whether or not you are eligible for. I don't think that was an issue. How they believe you should be sentenced. Okay, do you have any questions at this time, sir?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
I just want to make the court aware that the victims in this case, they are present in court today. And they just wanted to be here for the guilty plea.
Thank you. They have obviously the right to present to the court a victim impacts statement for the time of sentencing. They can do that in writing or they can come in person if they'd like for the sentencing. May 26th.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional matters?
I'm sorry,
Not from the defense.
nothing from the prosecution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh.
Courtroom to see me.
Stupid as fuck. Nervous ass bitches.
Did he go talk to Ms. Collins? State of Michigan versus Sunday McDonald, 26-00101, appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith.
Are you Sunday McDonald, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hearing
are.
on behalf of the people.
Public Defender Justice Child on behalf of Ms. Linda McDonald, who is making her way up to the defense table.
Okay, this is a kind of pre-trial for abandoning cruelty to an animal. Was this the one that we had to reset?
No.
Okay, very good. Okay, so this is scheduled for trial on May 5th. I believe there was an offer. It was abuse and neglect of one and no future ownership that your client was considering. How are we proceeding?
She is going to take that offer, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, this is an advice of rights and plea information sheet. You got a copy of this, correct? Is that a yes?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, you went over these rights with your attorneys? Are you asking her? You don't remember?
No, I'm just confirming that we said yes, that's all.
Oh, okay, this is my time and make sure you understand your rights. So you can answer my questions to me, okay? So did you go over these with your attorney, these rights?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand these rights? Okay, and you're willing to give these rights up today?
Yeah.
You sure? You can tell me if you're not sure. Okay, so that means your presumption of innocence, which is your right, you're gonna waive that presumption of innocence?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna waive your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, and you're gonna waive your right to go to jury trial and require the prosecutor prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then also is your right being waived for you to question or cross-examine any witness that they call to testify against you, the right to subpoena witnesses that would testify on your behalf, the right to present evidence that you believe show defenses to these charges. You understand that?
Nice.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I want to say that I didn't know how to cut the phone off.
Okay,
It
is that
worked.
your question?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
no, I know it's not a question, no.
Oh.
I was saying, so if I pleaded to this, I still,
You still what? What do you mean? Ask me your question, it's okay.
no, if I pleaded,
If you
do I
plead
have?
to animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Okay, so did your attorney go over what the maximum penalty was? With
Like,
you?
my experience.
Okay, and then also that you're agreeing that part of your sentence, well, that you will not be able to own any dogs?
I won't.
Okay, so you're facing a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail and or you could have a sentence of probation. Yeah, you understand that?
Yeah, but. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, no worries. You have any more questions?
No.
If you're not prepared to take the plea today, you don't have to. You can think about it some more. It doesn't seem like you're finished thinking, is my concern.
Okay.
If you need more time, let me convert your trial to another final pre-trial.
Thank you.
No witnesses are required for that purpose. Okay, you further counsel with your attorney, and then we'll see you on May 5th at 8 a.m. You're welcome. State of Michigan versus David Cortis, 25-03527, appearance please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I please record Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Jessica Strong on behalf of Mr. David Fortis, who is making his way to defense table.
This is David Fortis the third, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today was the date scheduled for a jury trial for child abuse, fourth, and domestic violence. How are we proceeding?
Mr. Fortis would like to take the offer that the people have extended, Your Honor, to dismiss the child abuse fourth degree and to have Mr. Fortis plea to the domestic violence with no objection to 769.48.
That's the people's understanding.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand? You okay? Are you sure you're ready to do this? Okay, because your body language seems like you're not sure.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, this is an advice of rights and plea information sheet. You went over these rights with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand these rights?
Yes.
And you're willing to give all of these rights away?
Yes.
So that means your right to be presumed innocent until you are proven to be guilty. You would give that right up. You also have the right to see, hear in court and question any witness called to testify against you. You understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to call witnesses that will testify on your behalf and the right to present evidence that you believe show a defense to the charges being brought against you. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent at trial and they can't use it against you, or you can waive silence and testify if you'd like. You want to give that right up as well?
Yes.
Anyone promising you anything to get you to give up these rights?
No.
Any threats being made to you to get you to give these rights up?
No.
Are you on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that by pleading guilty, it can result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer, or you may need to put a conviction on your future job application.
Yes.
It also could have impact on where you can travel or get immigration status. You understand that?
No.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And are you looking to enter a guilty plea to count two because you believe you are guilty?
Yes.
As to domestic violence, how do you plead?
Yes.
Factual basis.
Mr. Fortis, were you on November 23rd, 2025 at the location of 216 West Madison Street, apartment 2, Lansing, Michigan, 48906?
Yes.
And were you at that location with Kaisha Shanice Epperson? And did you previously have a romantic or dating relationship with Miss Epperson?
Yes.
And you have a child in common?
Yes.
And on that date, did you shove Miss Epperson?
Yes.
And did you do that without her consent?
Yes.
And did you do it intentionally?
Yes.
And was it in self-defense?
No.
Any questions?
Nothing more for the people.
Or is satisfied with the factual basis? Count one will be discussed for the plea arrangement. Find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Matter set for sentencing May 26th at 9 a.m. You're gonna go downstairs and meet with probation right now so they can get you scheduled for a pre-sentence interview, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions for the court at this time?
Yes, so I was telling my PD that, I have legal issues back in Chicago, and you guys, Abani, permits me from traveling back and forth.
You said you have a matter pending or a legal issue in Chicago.
Mhm.
And you guys, meaning me, not a guy, by the way, bond is prohibiting you from going to Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, when do you have to go to Chicago?
They didn't give me a date, it's just telling me what I need to do. I have child support for it up there, so.
So how are we preventing you from going if you don't even have a date to go?
No, the bond states that I can't leave the state of Michigan, so.
Yeah, but you don't have a date to go yet.
Let me jump in. So it appears to me, Your Honor, he has maybe missed some things previously, so they have now suspended his license. So he needs to attend to some matters.
When did he miss some things? When was your last court date there?
From my understanding, February.
You don't know when your court date was there?
I haven't got any mail because I can't go back to my previous.
So don't try to blame it on this bond. He didn't keep up with his court date. He don't even know when he had a court date there.
A part of it is that his mail's being sent to a location that he's not allowed to go to. And so he's not been able to retrieve his mail, nor has he been able to make contact with the recipient at that address.
Or no, because you can go to the post office and do exchange of address and they'll send you your mail. So that's not real. Or you can call the court if you know you have a pending matter. When's my next court date? These are not real reasons. These are not real.
Once we've gathered additional facts, Your Honor, I will reach back out to.
Yeah, because I could easily, if you have a court date, your attorney lets us know and you make a motion to leave for those dates and then we adjust your bond, but you don't even have a date. So we gotta have more information.
Okay.
Any additional matters?
Nothing from people.
Nothing from me. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All the judge blame on you guys, bond. He said, y'all, you don't even know your birthday. Yes.
Just waiting for Kareem to log in when Ms. Stitt is back.
Ms. Stitt is here?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, State of Michigan versus Rhonda Wade, 25-03773. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor, and may it please the court. Dan Smith, appearing on behalf of people.
Assistant Public Defender Justice Charles on behalf of Ms. Rhonda Wade, who is standing to my right.
Okay, this was the final pretrial for assault and battery. There was no offer extended previously. How are we proceeding?
I believe. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know if she's doing
I don't know what this is. Was there a new offer?
that. Yes, there was
No offer, still.
the offer is no offer, and
The offer is no offer.
and the
That's
witnesses
not unusual.
are
We're gonna
here.
proceed to trial, Your Honor.
May 12th, 8 a.m. Do you have any questions at this time?
I don't.
Any additional matters for the record?
No, nothing from the people.
Thank you. I know who this is with the phone and Zoom in 2026. Who's on phone number ending in 9241? Hello?
Daryl White.
It's
I'm
Daryl
Patrice
White.
Jackson.
No, we can see you, Ms. Jackson. Mr. White, you need to log in either with video or you have to come in person.
Log in with video. I tried to do it, so I think I couldn't get it on there.
What's happening?
Okay, then you get to come in person, but you have to come with video if you want to do virtual, or you got to come in person. We don't do telephone calls.
Okay, I didn't know that. I was informed. I called down to the courthouse and they told me just to call that number.
No way that they told you just to call in, because we have instructions that went out and they know the instructions. So
No, I'm sorry. I didn't say that right. I'm sorry about that. The way I worded that. If I couldn't get on there with the Zoom thing to call this number.
who told you that? I want their name.
I don't know. The lady's name is the clerk to answer the
Oh.
phone, the secretary to answer
Then
the
it's
phone.
not real. Unless you can tell me who told you that, it's not real. You can either come in person or you can figure out how to work Zoom.
Okay, so I'll get on that Zoom right now, try to figure out how to do it.
That's your option. You have two options to either figure out how to work Zoom or you can come in person.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to work Zoom because I'm not even in Lansing.
Where are you?
I'm in Albion.
Okay, yeah, you probably want to figure that out.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure it out right now. So do I hang up and try to figure it out?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. We just did Rhonda Wade. I got a lot of people in custody, I think. Is this the dark room? where Luther Thompson was? I think he's still there.
I do. I think he's sitting right there.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm
Thompson, are
good.
you there? Why did they sit
Yes.
in the dark? Why do they do that? Why do you all sit in a dark room? Like, why do you do that?
It's the first time I ever had sat in a dark room.
Yeah, you just gotta
Huh?
stand up and move. It's motion censored.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
moving.
move your-
I'm standing up, but I think they turned the light from outside.
You do?
Okay.
Okay, call for the deputy. Tell him to get some lights on in there.
Well, they don't
Mr.
got no
Thompson,
income.
don't let them put you in the dark room.
Yeah, I normally don't
Somebody
even
puts
be on
baby in the
Zoom. I come
corner.
to court in person normally. This is the first thing Zoom.
There you go. See,
I normally don't even be on no Zoom. I be always in person when I come to court.
I already know,
So
but this is a
this is
show cause, so
moment.
let me go ahead and address you so we can get you on your way. Cause it
My
sounds like,
attorney ain't even talked to me. I don't know what's
no,
going
you
on.
don't get no
I haven't
attorney
talked to
for
him.
this. This is not an attorney matter, sir. This is not an attorney matter. This is a show cause. It looked like you owed us $50 for open talks, but what are you in jail for?
I had my attorney from the court case that I'm on now. She's supposed to make contact with me, telling you that I was incarcerated and I couldn't do it until upon release. And could I get an extension? I had the money. I just hadn't been out. I've been locked up since February 26th.
All right, well, I only fined you $50 anyways. Well, close the file.
Right, but
You're all
I'm
set.
still
Best
gonna
wishes.
pay it, but I don't wanna be with no
Just
bench
waived it.
warrants and all
I
that.
just waived it, sir. You're all
So
set.
I don't owe it, I don't owe anything?
No, you're being held on a felony. I don't have time to chase you back down, so you're all set.
All right, so when I get out and make bond, I don't owe anything.
Not on this. Now, I'm not speaking about if you owe anything anyplace else, but this
No, I'm
open
just thinking
talks,
this is the only place
you
I owe
don't owe,
$50.
yeah, you don't owe
is to me.
anything on this open talks anymore. You're all set.
All right, that's all I wanna
Don't-
know, cause
don't
I
have
don't
alcohol
receive
outside
that in the
anymore.
future. Yes, ma'am, I understand, but I'm just being clear, so when I back on the street, I don't want no 2 months down the line, you have a warrant for not paying $50. I'm gonna make sure I get a copy in my paperwork or something forward to me saying that, stating that I don't owe anything.
I
Or
am
you just
telling
gonna
you out of
vacate
my
it off the
mouth,
computer?
in front of all these here witnesses, that it's closed. I will not be
Thank
signing
you.
a bench warrant for $50. Just for the
Thank you,
record, I
ma'am.
don't sign bench warrants for $50. You're all set.
Thank you for clearing me and thank you for vacating it, and I appreciate it.
Get out of the room,
Just-
Shay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, hasta mañana.
Did he say awesome?
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me tomorrow.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, hasta luego. But I think he was the same person who told me that there was a different president for Puerto Rico. So we'll let him slide. Let's put him in the waiting room until they remove him. Someone's on an iPhone. You think that might be our friend in Albion, maybe? Okay. Who's on the iPhone? Okay, I don't know who it is, but we'll move on. Lionel Barkley? Okay, this is State of Michigan versus Lionel Barkley, 26-00703. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Assistant Prosecutor Dan Smith, here on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Mr. Barkley is appearing via Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Barkley had a disorderly person. It looks like an assault and battery. How are we proceeding on
At
this?
this point, the defense will be requesting a final pretrial. Your Honor.
The people don't oppose.
Final pre-trial, May 5th at 8 a.m. Jury trial, June 16th at 8 a.m.
Final pretrial in person at the court, May 5th, 8 o'clock in the morning. Jury trial, June 16th, 8 o'clock in the morning. also in person at the court. Mr. Barkley, do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
And just for the record, there was no offer, correct?
No offer, Your Honor.
Okay, okay, so you're all set for today, sir.
Hey, no, I don't have a way to get to court.
Helped you get on Zoom.
His daughter, but I won't be available. I'll be out of town. He lives in an AFC home. He has no means to get to court or transportation or anything.
I don't know what's gonna happen because if he's having a trial, he's gotta come in person. We can't have a trial with him not here. So his attorney's gonna have to talk and figure out what's gonna happen. That's his attorney's job.
Okay.
Okay.
He lives in an AFC home. For the purposes of his final free trial, I'll let him appear via Zoom, but he's gotta come in person for a trial.
Okay, so
The victim, obviously, that means the victim can also come via Zoom on that one.
now the victim said that he didn't want to press charges.
Any additional matters for the record?
Come from the people.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set.
Okay, you can hang up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Think you go back to talk to Ms. Collins?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you should probably do that. She's sitting patiently waiting. And then, Ms. Straub, who do you have?
We've got Hurd, we've got Randall. Oh, we've got Daniels. We can go Daniels first.
Hurd, Randall, and who?
Miss Trisha Daniels, her trial was supposed to happen today, Your Honor.
Oh, it was crossed out on my thing. Do I have a file?
Said it.
Huh?
I said it.
It was already reset, so why am I going on the record?
I wasn't aware that it was reset.
May 12.
Okay, got it. You're all good.
Did she get a notice to appear?
It's in the mail.
Oh,
They
they,
can print another one.
yeah, did you notice, you must have notified us before today that she needed a reset. Is this the one that
I notified.
Prosecution
Yeah, the
needs to
office.
reset, not Daniels.
yeah, nonetheless, it was already reset before she didn't even have to come here today.
I didn't know that, Your Honor. And I didn't want to risk her not being here.
Oh, I was made aware of this before the weekend, that there was no witness. I said, we don't have a choice. There was a mandatory training, I think, for the
I believe the
officer.
defense counsel was CC'd on that email from,
No, it is, it's true. I did inform her that we would like to be adjourning. I was not under the impression that she didn't need to be here.
Absolutely, she didn't need to be a person if we're not gonna have a trial. That was a waste of her time, but we apologize for that. Your attorney will make sure,
I apologize.
make sure you're aware. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I heard. This is State of Michigan versus Bianca Hurd, 26-00762. Appearance, please.
thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Justice Straub on behalf of Bianca Hurd, who is here remotely via Zoom.
This is operating while intoxicated, second offense. Let's see. How are we proceeding?
Ms. Hurd will be taking an offer this morning. I'll let Dan communicate that offer.
I believe the people have agreed to amend count one down to a OVI first offense. And the defendant, from our understanding has agreed to plead to one count OVI first.
OWI?
OWI under 257.621. 51, I'm sorry.
Dino back in here. It's disgusting.
Paula Randall.
Want to plead guilty to OWI first?
Yes.
She's on
Yes,
scram right now?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that what you want to do, ma'am? You want to plead guilty to the OWI first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me have you raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. Okay, in this matter, you do have the right to the presumption of innocence. You're innocent until proven guilty. And you have the right to take this matter to trial, maintain your innocence, and require the prosecutor to prove your guilt by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to see, hear, and question in court any witness called to testify against you, the right to call your own witnesses and present evidence that you believe show a defense to the charges. Again, the right to remain silent and not have it be used against you, or you can waive your silence and take the stand at your own trial. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you willing to waive those rights today in order to enter a guilty plea to the amended charge of operating while intoxicated first offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone promising you anything to get you to do that?
No.
Any threats?
No.
Miss Randall, can you sit down and be quiet, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, any threats being made of you, Miss Hurd, to get you to plead guilty to the OWI first?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you on probation or on parole at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that by pleading guilty, you might need to report this conviction to your employer?
Yes.
It also could have impact on future employment and where you can travel.
Got it.
Okay, and are you looking to plead guilty because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the amended charge of operating while intoxicated, first offense, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis.
Ms. Hurd, on March 22nd of 2026, were you located at North Chestnut and West Cesar Chavez Avenue in Lansing, Michigan, 48906?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is that in the county of Ingham?
Yes.
Okay, and at that location, were you behind the wheel of your car when police found you?
Yes, ma'am.
And had you moved your car previously to that location?
Yes.
And when they tested your alcohol content, did it come back with a level higher than what is allowed under the law?
Yes, ma'am.
I do think that's wrong.
Was that amount 0.134?
Yes.
People are satisfied.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. This matter is set for sentencing June 2nd at 9 a.m. You need to report to our probation office within 48 hours of today. So no later than Thursday, 10 a.m. in person, so that they can get you prepared for a pre-sentence report.
Okay.
Do you have any questions at this time?
Yeah, I did. Do I have to stay on this gram tether until sentencing, or is that something that?
Your Honor, it is my understanding that she's had the tether, I think, since arraignment, and I don't believe she's had any violations.
In 2 weeks. Is that?
That's fair.
It's been 2 weeks. I mean, anyone can not drink alcohol for 2 weeks now. Let's see. I forgot to mention, this is what I was going to say before you said that. You do have to undergo a substance abuse assessment prior to sentencing, so we can see if there's an underlying issue. I've not had any concerns, so I'll allow her to remove the scram at this time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, still fine. Let's go ahead and get Ms. Randall moving because she is antique. State of Michigan versus Paula Randall, 22-01593, appearance please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecutor Attorney Dan Smith here on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Ms. Randall, who is here remotely.
I really don't understand what's happening here. Okay, it looks like she pled guilty in 2025. She told me the story then about her working with Pastor Pruitt. Let's see. The attorney requested her sentence be reset. Looks like she was supposed to appear for sentencing on April 7th, didn't. I gave a courtesy reset. She did not appear. So it doesn't look like I've seen her since then. And when she was picked up, it does not look like there was a referral to probation. So that's why I don't have a probation recommendation. But can you give me her criminal history, please? So I need her criminal history before I can proceed. Who else did you say you have? Is Daryl White here?
Yes.
Come back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Do you have an attorney, Mr. White?
No, I don't.
Okay. Was he denied for lack of indigency? Is that what you want? Okay, are you looking to represent yourself or are you looking to hire an attorney?
Am I allowed a court appointed attorney?
You were denied. That says you're not indigent. You work at General Motors, is that correct?
Excuse me?
Do you work at General Motors?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you were denied. It said you did not, you're not poor enough, is what they said. Okay,
Yes.
however, it looks like I also have a bond violation for you. That's unfortunate. I gotta ring you on a bond violation. It says here that on or about, let me call the case actually. State of Michigan versus Daryl White, 25-02799. Can I have your appearance for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appear on behalf of the people.
Okay, and then I have Mr. White present via Zoom without counsel, as he was denied due to lack of indigency. I have a bond violation here. The date of the complaint for violation of conditional release is dated for April 5th, 2026. The allegations are that you violated the no contact order, which your bond said that you were not to have or cause any third party to have direct or indirect communication with Natasha Turner. The allegations are that you violated that on or about April 5th. So you have the right to have a contested hearing on that violation. You have the right to be represented by an attorney at that contested hearing. If you are found to be in violation of your bond can be revoked. So a bond violation is a contempt of court. It's separate from the underlying issue. So you can be punished separately for the bond violation, 93 days in jail and or up to $7,500 in fines. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Not right. So again, back to the fact that you don't have an attorney. What is your plan? Are you planning to hire an attorney or represent yourself?
Yes, I'm gonna seek an attorney.
You're gonna hire one,
Yes,
like at your own expense?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, as to your bond violation, I am gonna have to require that you come and get on a GPS tether. So you need to come to Lansing today, get on a tether, otherwise I'm gonna have to revoke your bond. I will
Come to
enter
Lansing
not
today.
guilty. Yeah, come to Lansing today so that you can be placed on a GPS tether, pending a hearing on the bond violation. And so there's a bond violation saying that you had contact with the person that you're not supposed to have contact with, and that there was a whole nother police incident that also involved the stabbing that stemmed out of that. So you need to come to Lansing today so that you can be placed on GPS tether. If you're not placed on GPS tether by the close of business today, I will have to revoke your bond, okay?
Okay, and so if I can't make it up there today, what does the revoke mean?
That means that your bond is revoked and that you are no longer allowed to be outside of the jail.
Okay, will I have a bond?
No, that's what that means. There will be no bond.
Okay. And what is the time? What time did the courthouse close that I need to be there?
You need to come here before court close if you want to get this tether put on today. Because if you come closer to court close, you might be sitting in the jail until tomorrow to get the tether on. So that's not in your best interest. I'm assuming you've got a job that you need to go to at some point.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to get in here as soon as possible so JSG can put that tether on you. You gotta go to, you need to go to Mason, right where the jail is. They can put on the GPS tether right there.
Okay, I have to look up the address. I'm not familiar with that jail, so yes.
Okay, yep, if you look, Google Ingham County Jail in Mason, you go straight there. There's an order that's being put in for you to be placed on GPS tether that could be put on and you can be going about your business.
Okay, what is the purpose of the tether?
It's to monitor you. I need to know where you are now because I got a new police report that said that you were with the person you're not supposed to be with, and that as a result of that interaction, someone was stabbed.
Okay.
And now on top of the domestic violence, you're facing another 93 days in jail for violating the bond. That's the purpose of the GPS tether.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, do you have any other questions at this time?
Yes, could all of this be handled when I get a chance to have a lawyer to defend for me?
What do you mean all of what be handled, sir? What do you mean?
The setting up for the GPS tether and.
No, you're getting the tether today.
Okay.
Like today. You're getting the tether today, and if you don't get the tether today, you will be revoked. A bench warrant will issue for your no bond so that you can be brought back into custody, which means you risk losing your job because you can't go to work if you're in jail, and that's not smart.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Your Honor. I understand you and I respect it.
Okay, so what we will wait for you to get an attorney for is to have the hearing on the bond violation.
Okay.
And then we will wait to have your next pretrial on the domestic violence, okay?
Okay. So now what,
Yeah,
yes, I have a question for you. Like I'm standing around with my auntie right now in Albion. So what if she doesn't want me in her house with a tether? So what would be my other steps that I could take?
Oh, that's personal. That's personal. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with your auntie not wanting you in her house with a tether.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking where would be suitable for me to go. I work in Lansing, so
that's very personal. Like I can't tell you where you can lay your head. That has nothing to do with me. I can only tell you where you can't lay your head, and you can't lay your head wherever Natasha Turner is, wherever she lives, works, or goes to school. All the other options within the state of Michigan are available unto you.
Okay, she also works at General Motors too.
Okay. Do y'all work the same shift?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll note that in the file so that you can obviously go to work. If we're not telling you can't go to work if she's at work. That becomes a problem though. We could do that, but you're not to live wherever she lives. You're not to have contact with her directly or through a third party mechanism, meaning you can't have nobody else deliver a message for her. You can't side eye her and when you're walking past her in court or at work, because that could be misconstrued. It's not in your best interest to have any type or form of communication or interaction with her because it could be used against you in both regards, because now you got a PA 53 bond violation pending, and then you got a domestic violence, and those are separate at this point. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, so you get to figure out where you're going to stay if your aunt, who knows you have a domestic violence pending, is drawing the line at the fact that you're going to have a GPS tether. If she draws the line there, that's between you and your auntie. I have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, that'll be it.
You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
You said what?
Next court date.
Oh, let me get you your next court date.
April 28th at 10.
April 28th at 10 a.m. in person at the court.
Will I be able to receive that the papers for the court dates when I go get the tether thing on?
No, we will mail it at the 806 to the 806 Clinton Street address that you provided us.
Okay.
Unless you stop in at the court, but we're not in Mason. That's just where the jail is.
Okay.
You have any other questions?
Yes. Am I being charged for this tether on my leg?
There is a fee, correct. Do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Miss Randall's situation here. That's from the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Paula Randall. Is our attorney here? How's it going, Jacob? How's it going? Counsel appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Assistant Prosecutor Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Ms. Randall, who is here remotely.
Okay, Ms. Randall was scheduled for sentencing today. I don't have a pre-sentence report, but the court has already went over why. You can make allocution.
Your Honor, it is my understanding that Ms. Randall does take full responsibility for the matter pending before the court today. She would like to express to the court her regret for having committed the crime and for having departed from the law. She would ask this court today to consider the time that she has already collected. I do believe she's gotten some credit from her, I think, 2 terms that she has spent in jail. I think once initially at arraignment, and then I think she is in jail right now until the 11th. Based on how her bond is situated, I do think that maybe credit could be applied today. We would ask the court to consider doing that.
You said she's in jail until the 11th?
I do believe so, Your Honor.
For what reason?
Ms. Randall, why are you still in custody?
Yeah.
Why are you in custody until the 11th?
Arrested for a bench warrant.
Another bench warrant?
I was told that that picked me up, it was transporting me to Frandor because I was walking down the highway to get back to Lansing from a friend's house.
Is it another retail fraud? No.
It's for the retail fraud, yes, ma'am. This is my 3rd time sitting for that retail fraud. This is the 3rd time.
No, that's on the same one as this.
I was at in February of last year and in July of last year for the same thing I'm here for this time.
Okay, I only see the February one, which is what you would be here for.
I have paperwork here showing that I was here for February for retail fraud. Also in July of last year for retail fraud as well.
I don't know about July retail fraud. I don't know about that one.
I said 14 days in July of last year.
Oh, I can, yeah, you're talking about 2 different, the same matter, but you're talking as if it's 2 separate matters. Then you have paperwork for two different matters. You said a July retail fraud and a February retail fraud. And this retail fraud is from 2022, just so we're clear. You don't know about this one?
Not at all. This
Well, you already
pled
pled guilty to it. You just failed to come to court for sentencing. It's from Meyer in 2022. Credit time served. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think she has another matter.
Okay.
Okay, what are we doing with Miss Jackson?
Hello, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
Nervous.
Oh,
Let's see. Get to work.
State of Michigan versus Patrice Jackson, 26-00705. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I please report Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Ms. Jackson, with apparent via Polycom.
That one was not here?
It's under. I don't know what they did.
They needed to have it. They need to get colorful tabs. It's okay to tab. She's got 2 violations of her bond conditions. 2 that I got a radar on right now. Okay, so I have a alleged violation. It says from April 2nd. The violation alleges that you had face-to-face contact with Alan Adams, as well as showing up to the business where he works in violation of your bond condition. Let's see, and then the other bond violation is from March 27th. Again, about allegation that you had contact with Alan Adams and was in 2,000 feet of wherever he lives, works, or goes to school. So you have the right to have a contested hearing on these violations and the right to be represented by an attorney at these hearings on the violations. If you're found to be in violation of your bond, you're facing 93 days in jail on each violation. You understand that?
Ma'am, it was yes, I understand.
I'm just asking if you understand, okay? I can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
now why you're nervous. I was wondering why she was nervous before, but now I understand. Okay, let's see. The assault and battery, how are we handling that?
We're just gonna be requesting a final pretrial.
I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on her behalf for the bond violations. So that it could be set for a hearing.
Final pretrial May 5th at 8 a.m.
Final pretrial will be May 5th at 8 a.m.
Jury trial June 16th.
And jury trial will be June 16th at 8 a.m. in person at the court. Is she being held on something else?
I believe she was arraigned on the second violation. Yes, no, the third. She has a 500%.
Yeah, I see in a GPS tether. So she just doesn't, so she just wasn't arraigned on the first one. Got it. Which, how would anybody know that that's back if the clerk's office didn't alert them? Plead not guilty. Okay, so what was that, Judge Ward did this on the charge? Looks like, yes, no, Magistrate Kaufman. Okay, let's see. What is the application? Little term. Okay. What is Justice and Mental Health Organization? What is that? Is that like a facility where people get services? Does anyone know?
It's like a drop-in center now for people who have mental health issues. They've got to have some kind of diagnosed, either cognitive impairment or mental health issue. They can't stay there generally overnight, but it gives them somewhere to go during the day.
Okay, got it. I think that the victim, alleged victim is what's her name? Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing wrong with people.
Do we get a date for the bond violation?
That's gonna be the same date as the final pretrial, May 5th. You're all set, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any way I can get, it said, is there any way I can get recognizance?
No. Because.
So I won't be getting,
You have a bond of 510%, which is pretty low.
says that I can, says that I will be getting out in 2 days. Will I still be getting out then?
I don't know who told you that.
So what day, how long am I gonna be held here?
You're being held until you post your bond.
Because I can't post bond.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate because your bond is set to secure the safety of the public at this time, because since you have been arraigned on the underlying assault and battery, which was on March 16th, I've had 2 violations of you going back to, allegedly going back to where the protected party works. So you gotta post, you gotta pay $50 and get a GPS tether if you want to get out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Am I excused?
Yes. Yes.
And also I've spoken with Jasmine Collins as well.
It's still there. Oh, she might be in the breakout room. Mr. Johnson is here. Ms. Stitt is here.
Yes, she's here.
Do I have the file?
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, it's right here.
Yep.
Ms. Stitt? Okay. On the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Abani Stit 25-03584. Counsel, can I have your appearance, please?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people.
Let's see, Mr. Johnson, are you available?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, I have you all come back. Mr. Stitt does in fact have a alleged bond violation that she needs to be arraigned on. And I have here PA 53 bond violation complaint that alleges that on or about March 14th.
There's obviously a baseline of talent, but we would be recruiting these guys, personality traits.
That you violated the no contact order by having contact with the protected party. So you have the right to have a contested hearing and the right to be represented by an attorney at that hearing. If you are found to be in violation of your bond, you can be facing up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that? Oh, Babcock did it. I'm like, why does it say Babcock? Because she covered for us.
We're not gonna apologize, trying to.
So she's entering a not guilty plea for this.
Players.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're gonna enter a not guilty plea. We'll have this up for a hearing on the violation on the day. Oh, that's true. Any questions? No. Okay, do I need to remind you of your bond condition? No, I know. Okay, very good. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Play.
What's your name, sir, with the tie? Javon, you have a last name?
Seriously.
Oh, okay. Okay, what are we doing with Ms. Collins? I'm back on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Jasmine Collins. What are we doing?
I spoken with prosecution, confirmed that the only offer that's open right now is the plea discharge to the assault and battery, delivered to no upfront jail. We would like to continue down that path, Your Honor.
To plead to the original charge?
Yes.
Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
Excuse me? Can you say it again? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's correct.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
You can put your hand down. Okay, you understand that you have the right to proceed to trial in this matter?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. I didn't hear a response. You understand that?
Yes, I heard what you said, yeah.
Okay, and so that means that you have the right to see, hear, or question any witness called to testify against you, the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe show a defense to the charge. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and the right to remain silent and they can't use it against you. And you're willing to give up each of these rights?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
Any promises made to get you to plead guilty to the charge?
No.
Are you pleading guilty to assault and battery because you believe you're guilty?
Yes.
Okay. You're not on probation, correct? Okay, you understand a guilty plea could result in the conviction that you might need to report to your employer?
Yes.
Okay. As to assault and battery, how do you plead?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. It's picking up, it's like an echo or something. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, tell me what you did to make you guilty of assault and battery.
I went to Harbana and I fought that girl.
You went to where?
I said I was at Harbana and I beat that girl up.
What's Harbana?
It's a weed shop.
Where is it located?
That's Saginaw, or maybe it's on Saginaw somewhere.
Is that in Lansing?
Yep.
Ingham County?
I think so.
Okay, and you say you beat that girl up?
Yes.
Do you know her name?
Alexandria, I think that's it.
Okay, why'd you beat her up?
Well, we was having a little squabble over Facebook Messenger.
Okay, it was not in self-defense, correct?
It was not.
Okay, but for the record, what's a squabble?
Like us arguing over Facebook.
Oh, okay. Any other questions?
The people were satisfied.
Now that we got the spellable definition, I think that's it.
That was wanted to make the record clear. Okay, if court satisfied with the factual basis, I'll accept your plea and find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. He's been held on this since the second.
I believe it was 37 days, I believe.
Is the victim here?
Yes, the victim is present on the first row of the in court right here.
Would the victim like to make a statement first, or any objection to immediate sentencing?
No objection.
Would she like to make a statement at all? Can I have a criminal history, please? Yeah. Okay, and she can take her time to decide if she wants to make a statement while I get the criminal history. Mr. Benson has been here for some time. We need to address this matter. That's a show cause. Mr. Benson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, State of Michigan versus Martin Benson 20-03538. Mr. Benson, you owe us $470.
Yes.
What's going on?
I hadn't started working the last time I was in court, but I have made payment since then. I paid on the 24th, and I'll be paying this month as well.
What did you pay on the 24th?
43.
$43?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I think your previous payment plan was $50 per month. So are you looking to do $40 per month?
Yes, if it's possible.
Okay, I'll note that in the file. You continue with your monthly payments. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is Sophia Patopoulos here? No?
So Ms. Patopoulos attempted to make contact. She was unable to via phone. She was not in the hallway either, Your Honor.
I believe she works at Hunter Properties. I think she looks like she was supposed to provide an address within 48 hours. Did that happen? 48 hours before release. Did she take the victim out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not ready, then that's fine. Are you ready on something else right now?
Ready on Trisha, Your Honor.
Can you say that again?
On Caitlyn Trishelle.
Okay, who's representing? Should I do Benson? Okay. No? And Thompson is done. What happened to Mr. Carter's matter?
His clients, you haven't seen.
You haven't seen them? What about Jamaia Myers?
She's in a breakout room. To Your Honor.
And then you're not prepared?
I just need to extend an offer to her. It wasn't made.
Okay, got it. Leroy Blevins.
Should be downstairs.
Is downstairs. That's gonna be a plea. Is that correct?
For Leeward Blevins, due to a global resolution in the 30th Circuit Court, that case was actually transferred to my colleague, Mr. Stephen Milks. I was given guidance from Mr. Milks to not allow him to plead today. We'd be asking for an adjournment, so Mr. Milks can.
For globals.
Yeah.
And Milks is that on the list?
It's been reassigned.
You can go downstairs and let him know that if you didn't already. That's available. Does he have another matter pending in this court?
In
Or
this
it's a
court,
circuit court?
in this court, I don't believe so. It's a 30th Circuit Court.
What's his next court date?
That's not right.
The 20th of the April? Okay, we'll set it till after that.
April 28th.
April 28th, at what time?
10:30.
10:30. Thank you. Let's see. And then Mr. Terry Smith does not have an attorney?
Check, I keep lists of those down, Your Honor. Yes, Javon, Terry Smith was, this request was denied.
Okay, back on the record of the matter for Jasmine Collins. Did the victim want to make a statement?
Your Honor, Anna Buckingham, on behalf of the people requesting to practice under 8.120 for the remainder of sentencing, if you would allow. After speaking to the victim.
Motion is granted.
Your Honor, after speaking with the victim, she had asked that I could make a statement on her behalf. Would you be willing? Thank you. So the issue in the squabble that Ms. Collins talked about earlier, it all really circulated around her ex-boyfriend and the victim's current boyfriend of a few years. Because of that, the victim is concerned. The Urbana location is the employment place of our victim in this case.
You said the bond what?
The location that you had asked.
Oh,
about,
of the incident, got it.
Is the location where the victim in this case works. And this all started as an argument over that gentleman who is Mr. Give me one moment to pull it from the report. Okay, Mr. Hunter Partello, the victim is just asking that no matter what your honor sees fit and imposes, that hopefully there could be a no contact order that continues both for her and her boyfriend, Mr. Partello. If you're not willing to do that, at least for the victim in this case, she was concerned that the arguments would continue. She doesn't want to cross paths for the duration of any probation imposed.
Ms. Collins is currently employed at two locations, both a Taco Bell and also chocolate smoothie. She is just looking to get past this. She understands that what she did was a bad judgment call. However, I don't believe that she is a danger to the community at all, and I don't think that any type of further supervision is necessary. She currently, I believe, has 37 days of credit. So we would just ask that she be given a sentence of 37 days minus 37 days credit.
Is she eligible for, otherwise eligible for sentencing?
Fine. I mean, for Haida, I guess it was my understanding that the prosecution would not consent to Haida, but we would definitely request that if the court allows.
They never objected. They actually offered it originally. So.
It's our understanding the prosecution consent is mandatory 21 to 25 years old. We did not consent. She is 21 at this time.
He did consent because it was an offer. Just because they didn't push the envelope doesn't mean that wasn't an offer from your office in this court that was not properly revoked.
Under the gotcha. Yeah. To make it clear, currently we do not consent to Haida, but obviously it's your court.
We have records that show that they did consent.
Okay. Well, in that case, we would request Haida to allow her to keep this off her record and preserve.
Did she want to make a statement?
Is there anything you want to say?
No. No.
I would be very clear. I don't believe that she has any remorse for her actions. I don't think the things that you said, I thought they sounded nice from you. They didn't come from her. I watched her body language even as the matter, as you were speaking on her behalf. Even the way she demonstrated or discussed the incident when I asked her to tell me what she did, it was very matter of fact, laissez-faire. I beat that girl up. It was there's no
I'm supposed to explain it.
I don't even understand why she's talking while I'm talking. There's clear here a misunderstanding on how to respect people, a misunderstanding or a lack of ability of self-control. The fact that a judge is speaking and you just start blurting out over them, unless you have Tourette's, you lack self-control. When you were speaking, no one cut you off. So even if she didn't know any better, she could have watched the example that was given. Didn't happen. Again, I watched her language the entire time. I don't believe that she has any remorse for her actions. I think she believes just that her actions were justified or just a regular course of everyday life. And young ladies shouldn't carry themselves in that regard. I don't care what the nature of the relationship is between her and the victim and her and the victim's boyfriend. Who cares? You don't need this. You shouldn't be showing up to people's jobs squabbling up as a 21-year-old young lady. You should be at your own job. It looks like you got two of them. Should be too busy to be trying to squabble up with somebody. Now you've been sitting in a jail for 30 days. Ridiculous. I think that she needs to do a term of probation with court oversight. And I will continue the no contact order. I can only continue it as to the victim. I can't continue it to the other person because he's not a victim in this matter. Nor was he even named in the underlying affidavit. So I can't do that. So there's a no contact order that will continue. You're not to have contact directly or indirectly with Alexandra. Is it Zerdin?
Zerdin, yeah.
Zerdin, okay. Are you not to be within 2,000 feet of wherever she lives, works, or goes to school? While on probation, you're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, drugs, or marijuana. You will be required to submit to random urinalysis testing, and you have to pay the cost of that. You're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. I am going to order that you complete an anger management group and more recognition program. You need to do that within 90 days. And provide evidence of that to probation. You need to maintain your employment. You're not to be at any bars or any nightclubs while you're on probation. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I do not.
Just so we're clear, assaultive and threatening behavior would include a squabble. Okay? You don't have to squabble up with anybody. You understand that?
I understand.
Alexandria, correct? Okay, thank you. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that will be assessed, plus a $50 state minimum cost that will be assessed. There's a $30 per month oversight fee for each month of probation. I don't know if I said it, but it's going to be 6 months of probation. She's not eligible to request early discharge because she's on a probation for an assaulted action.
Will this be high definition here?
I will grant sentencing under HYTA.
Thank you.
I'm going to waive discretionary fines and costs at this time. So she just has the crime victim rights fee and the state minimum cost, and then the oversight fees. For a total of $305. She's responsible for monthly payments on that. Do you have any questions at this time?
Do I have a bond?
You don't have a bond because you're being sentenced, so you can be released to serve the sentence now. You need to report to probation within 48 hours of your release in person at the court.
Okay.
You have any other questions?
No, I don't think so. You said I don't have a bond, so what does
You
that
don't
mean?
need a bond because you're now being sentenced, so that in the long, once we just put a disposition in, you're not being held on the bond. You're gonna be released now to serve a term of probation.
Oh, okay, okay, well then, yeah, I have no more questions. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you. Jamaia Myers, are we ready on her? Okay, this is, let's see, State of Michigan versus Jamaia Myers in 26-00518. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, please, the court assistant prosecutor appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Jasmine Collins on behalf of Ms. Jamaia Myers, who is here remotely via Zoom.
Okay, this was a disorderly person drunk pre-trial. How are we proceeding?
The people haven't extended, I believe, the defendant has accepted a amended count one. Amendment count one to. All right. Amend count one. Amend count one to breach of peace, and she's going to enter a guilty plea to that.
I muted her because there was some feedback. I don't know what it is. You're going to accept responsibility to breach of peace civil infraction? You have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, your fine is $135. Are you paying that today?
No, can I have some time to pay that?
Okay, when can you pay?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay, you know how to make payment?
I do.
Okay, you're all set.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. State of Michigan versus Javon Terry Smith, 25-02764. Okay, I believe you said you were going to represent yourself. Is that correct, sir? Okay, state your name, please. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecutor Attorney Ken Smith, here on behalf of the people.
Thank you. Okay, did you get discovery?
Yes, I reviewed the discovery.
You did receive your discovery? Okay. Was there an offer at this time?
There's no offer, Your Honor.
Okay, and so there's no offer. The standard practice is to set this for final pretrial so that we can see if there's a witness. Okay?
Your Honor, I have one thing to put on the record. I spoke with the complainant victim in this case. She works third shift. And she said, I talked to her about coming in today. She said she couldn't make third shift. So would there be an exception that she'd be able to hear? Maybe we could set the final pretrial at 1:30 or after appear via Zoom.
Trials aren't at 1:30.
Final pretrial.
Yeah, those aren't at 1:30 either because the trial is not at 1:30. If she's gonna have a trial, she's gonna come at what time?
I assume at the appropriate time.
How am I supposed to assume that if she's already looking for accommodations? So she gets off work at what time?
She gets off work at 7:30.
And she can't get here after that? Is what you're saying?
Long night.
What's your point?
She would have to come directly from work.
Absolutely. I don't, listen, if she's got to come to court. We've all had, sir, why are you talking? I'm not being callous. I've worked two full-time jobs. I had to get off at 7:30 and be at my next job at 8 o'clock. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay, I'll let her know, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have a question? Okay, why are you laughing while we're trying to handle business? You think this is funny?
No, I don't.
I was gonna say, because you're facing, it's a stalking. It's not funny. You came in here dressed very nicely, presenting yourself appropriately, conduct yourself the same way. Okay, so we'll continue to our final pretrial. I will give her a courtesy. I will allow her to appear via Zoom. You can appear via Zoom for the next court date too. Only for the final pretrial, okay? At 8 a.m. Your jury trial, you must appear in person.
What date's that?
May 5th at 8 a.m.
May 5th at 8 a.m. for final pretrial.
And then jury trial, June 23rd.
June 23rd for jury trial. So again, May 5th via Zoom, 8 a.m. Final jury trial will be June 23rd. You have a question, sir?
Can I make a statement on revision of the discovery?
You have an issue with the discovery?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I believe that prosecution cannot prove every element beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay, that's not an issue about discovery. That's argument about whether or not they can prove, and it's you're premature for that at this point. Okay.
Okay.
Did you receive all the discovery? Are you looking for additional discovery at this time?
No, I'm not looking for additional. It's just things in the discovery don't match up to what I'm looking for a motion hearing.
You want a motion hearing?
Yes.
Are you filing a motion?
Yes.
Okay, what are you gonna file a motion for?
Dismissal.
You're gonna file a motion to dismiss?
Stalking charge.
Okay, you can file a motion. You have to file it according to the court rules and serve them properly and serve the court, and then we can address that motion. But you've not yet filed it, okay? So you can file that in writing and then serve the prosecutor and make sure the court gets a copy, okay?
And then you said, what are the dates?
Your next court date, May 5th, is going to be for a final pretrial. However, if you're going to file a motion, I'm assuming you're going to file it before then, before May 5th, then we might have to address it that day, or we'll address it on June 23rd. It just depends on how quickly you get that motion filed, because I have to give the prosecution an opportunity to respond to your motion also, okay?
So outside of this courtroom, how much will be in contact with the person? Every time I try and call up, they say I can't.
I don't know why they would say that he's representing, you're representing yourself, so, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna get an offer, or if you don't have.
Call my office.
Yeah, you can call, before you leave, you figure out how to get in contact with the prosecutor. He's handling this case.
That's what I'm trying to get in contact.
Okay, well, he's here now, so you can get information on how to directly communicate with them, and that way he'll make sure that he communicates with you as needed, in a way that doesn't violate any of the court rules, obviously, because he is still the prosecutor. And realistically, unless you are talking about a potential offer or resolution, it's a slippery slope for you communicating directly. So when they're telling you that you can't talk, it's really more or less for your protection, not really theirs. Because you could say something that could be used against you. Not to say that you have anything that could be used against you, but that's the potential that's always out there when a defense is talking.
How do
you can waive your rights, obviously, and communicate with him? That's up to you.
I'm saying, so how? Okay, I'll be prepared in the final.
You could just Google our number and ask for Dan Smith. I'm the president. Or I could write it down.
He's gonna give you his number. And then that way you can communicate with him directly. And then again, file your motion. You'll make sure you can get a copy to Mr. Smith, and so he can file a responsive motion if that's what they believe they want to do. And then the court will address your motion, okay? But we'll see you either via Zoom or in person for May 5th, and then in person on the 23rd of June, okay?
June.
Yes, both of those dates are on that white piece of paper right there. Do you see them on there? Can you highlight the dates for them, please? Do you have any questions today, sir?
No.
Okay, you're all set. I see Mr. Carter.
No.
Is it Ezekiel? That's you, sir? Okay, have you heard from your attorney? Okay, we don't know where he is, so hang tight. And then Caitlyn Trishelle. Is that you? State of Michigan versus Caitlyn Trishelle, 26-00641, appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith, appearing on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Justice Straub on behalf of Ms. Trishelle, who is standing to my right.
Okay, this is the date scheduled for a pretrial. This is for operating while intoxicated. Was there an offer on this?
There was an offer extended, and I believe the defendant has agreed to accept that offer.
What is the
As
offer?
outlined on the, it's amend count 1, 2. While physically impaired. With an agreement to pay the OWI recovery costs.
You can approach counsel. You have the OWI cost recovery amount?
It should be 125 now.
Okay. You mean your office's recovery? What is this, a Lansing Police Department case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, because I think I mentioned this last time. They always submit their OWI cost recovery, but your office sometimes submits it, sometimes doesn't.
If you don't mind me asking, is that something you just want us to email to you ahead of time, just the sheet itself?
So typically, there will be a copy in the file.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
But hasn't happened. That happens every time the city has theirs, let me say that. Or they'll send it to, submit it, so that even the probation department gets it.
It looks like a pretty straightforward, is that
Yeah,
something
they,
just
they can-
email over to you?
No, that's their offices.
Yeah.
Now,
You're talking about
the LPD one,
Oh, so
correct.
there's a separate form.
It's a separate form and it breaks down how they calculated their OWI cost recovery.
So is that something they just figure out with LPD?
Correct. And that way, at the time of sentencing, we can have it in there.
We'll start reaching out beforehand and making sure we have that.
Thank you. Okay, so you want to plead guilty to them in the charge of operating while visibly impaired. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? You can put your hand down. You live in Lansing, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I have an advice of rights and plea information sheet. Did you go over these rights?
Yes.
You understand these rights? And you're willing to give these rights up today? So that means your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, you're gonna waive?
Yes.
And your right to proceed to trial and make them prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt? You're also gonna waive your right to question or cross-examine any witness called to testify against you, the right to subpoena witnesses that would testify on your behalf, and the right to present evidence that you believe show defense to these charges. And lastly, your right to remain silent and not have that be used against you.
Yeah.
Is there anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
Any promises to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you on probation at this time?
No.
Are you on parole?
No.
You understand that a guilty plea might result in a conviction that you need to report to your current employer or put on a future job application. Also could have impact on where you can travel and get immigration status. As to operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead? Factual basis.
On June 3rd of 2024 at Pleasant Grove Road at or near Cooper Avenue in Lansing, Michigan, 48910. Were you pulled over, or rather, did you interact with a police officer?
Yes.
And was that following you operating your vehicle?
Yes.
And at that time, were you under the influence of a controlled substance?
Yes.
Do you believe that satisfies?
What was the controlled substance?
Damage.
Any other questions?
No, the people are satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Actually, did the Xanax impair your ability to operate the motor vehicle?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you. Now your matter is scheduled for sentencing on June 2nd at 9 a.m. You do have to undergo a substance abuse assessment prior to your sentencing. And so you'll go downstairs now, meet with probation. They'll get you scheduled for a pre-sentence interview. And they'll advise recommendation and how they believe you should be sentenced, okay? You have any questions at this time?
No.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing from the police. Thank you.
This was a matter that Mr. Carter said they were working through a language barrier. He did not request a interpreter. Then he's not here today.
Talking on the phone, he said something about that. He said he didn't put it on the calendar. He apologized.
They're not moving.
Mr. Carter,
Yes.
did you need to speak with your client?
I would.
Okay, we'll get him on Zoom.
Thank you.
Every word they have in the paper. You know.
Poker again tomorrow.
On time.
On time.
Okay, Mr. Carter. Okay, State of Michigan versus Ezekiel Carter and GJ 25-03472. Appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dan Smith appearing on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Please the court, David B. Carter Jr. on behalf of the defendant. And at this moment, I'd like to take the opportunity to apologize to the court, the prosecutor, my client, and the court staff. I am deeply sorry that for some reason I did not get this on my schedule. It's embarrassing and it reflects bad on me, and I apologize for the inconvenience that I presented to the court and my client.
Thank you. Let's see, we reset this matter previously because there was an issue about regarding a language barrier. How are you navigating that this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no issues talking with my client. The language barrier had to do with the police report being able to get through it, and we were able to do that. My client is maintaining his innocence in this case and would like a trial.
June 23rd at 8 a.m. for final visit. Oh, he's in. Is there a trial?
I believe GameStop is the victim here.
Oh, okay, that's right, it's retail fraud, okay. Jury trial, June 23rd. Does June 23rd work, Mr. Carter?
It does.
June 23rd at 8 a.m. Do you have any questions today, sir? Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from people.
Nothing for the defense.
We're all set, thank you.
Thank you.